going to sit up nice and tall. And as we lift up, I want us to think about a really active lift through the body. Pull the shoulder blades up towards the ears and just dropping the shoulder blades all the way down the back. Just feeling the neck and lengthening into the neck. And just take a nice long deep breath in. And as we exhale, just feel yourself just sinking down into the air. And just taking a moment to settle here. Just taking a moment to really feel within your body. As we sit here, start to listen to the breath. That core breath as you breathe in. And that warm breath as we exhale. And feeling yourself centered, grounded. So we will start our class just by centering to grounding ourselves. And that allows us just to take a moment of stillness, just to come into the present moment. And when we feel ourselves just coming into a stillness of mind and body, it's a really good idea to set your intention for your practice today. So when we talk about our intention, we often talk about a sankalpa, and sankalpa is the Sanskrit word for, it's kind of a little bit more than an intention. It's almost like your sankalpa is your heart's desire, your destination, and your intention's almost like that, your journey towards that intention. If that makes sense. So the intention's like the journey to your sankalpa. The sankalpa is like your heart's desire. So as we sit here, I just want you to take a moment just to go inside and just to feel. Just feel your body from the inside. Feel it moving as you breathe. Come into the heart space. And just notice if you feel tightness around the rib cage. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and towards each other. Lengthen through the body. Think about your heart's desire. Set an intention, no matter what that may be. And just repeating that to yourself just 3 times in the moment, 3 times in the present. In today's class, we're going to think about releasing into the shoulders, the front and the back of the shoulders, so that we can open our heart space, so we don't feel restricted within the heart space. So from here, we're going to lift up, just move forward, just place the hands on the earth, really feel yourself, that connection to the earth so that you can ground. Press down into the hands and feel that energy, almost buzzing, that rebound of the energy up through the arms. Round slightly back in like a child's pose, so let the head drop down so you feel that you're really opening into the back. And then breathe in, chest and heart comes forward. As the chest and heart comes forward, we're going to just roll over the legs. Come onto the hands, onto the knees. And the knees are slightly wide here, so just keeping the knees slightly wide. We're going to sit back,
stretch those arms out in front of you. Let the head just drop all the way down towards the earth. Breathe in, pull the chest and the heart forward. And just stretch. And you can come up onto those fingertips here if you want to. And you'll just feel that the shoulders can release a little bit further. Pull the shoulders towards the ears. As we pull that chest and heart forward. And then breathe in, take the hands onto the floor. Slide the hands all the way back. Bring the knees slightly closer together. Just run the hands up the thighs to these little crease points in the hips here. Then lift in the chest. Breathe in, and then as we exhale, just rolling through. Let the hands come down to the feet. Let the shoulders drop down around the ears. So we feel that we're really rounding into that back here. Breathing into the back of the ribs here. Letting the shoulders drop forward. And then from here, reach those hands out again. Come up onto the hands, onto the knees. So we've got the hands underneath the shoulders. And then as we breathe in, chest and heart comes forward into your cat pose. And then as we exhale, press into those hands, roll up through the lower back, pull the tailbone underneath, and then breathe in, chest and heart comes all the way through. Now really feel that movement. Focus the attention on that movement around the back of the ribs. As we breathe in, and then the chest and heart, and pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, rounding all the way through. Breathe in, bring the chest and the heart forward. And then from here, we're going to extend that left leg out behind you. So press out into that left. Lift it a little bit higher. Pull the chest forward so you feel that you're kind of elongating through the back. And then exhale, pull that left knee in towards the chest. Round up. And then breathing in and extending that leg out behind you. And exhale, round through, pull up through the belly, round through the back. Breathe in, extending that leg out behind you. Lift that leg, extend and feel that extension to the body. Just hold it here for a moment. Lift in and lengthen, chest comes forward. And then exhale, bring that knee in and place that foot forward in between the hands. Pressing down into that front foot, pull the chest and the heart forward. From here, we're going to breathe in, lift both arms up towards the sky. Dip into the hips, drop the elbows down, so the elbows just pull down. We can feel drop into that left knee a little bit deeper. Just taking the arms back, drawing the arms back towards the sort of squeezing the shoulders so you open. Now from here, we're going to exhale around the back, kind of like that cat movement. And the arms come forward. Lift the elbows up a little bit higher so they're kind of up. And then breathe in, come back, lift and lengthen. And again, exhale, coming through, round through. And then breathe in, draw those shoulders back and down. And you probably feel this working into the shoulders a bit. And then exhale, round through. So kind of feel that rounding through. And then breathe in, coming back. Now from here, we're going to take the left hand onto the left thigh. We're going to reach back with that right hand and kind of bend a little bit deeper into that left knee. And then breathe in. Now push back a little bit with that left leg. And then as we come forward, we're going to kind of lean forward, scoop that arm round, coming all the way back. And again, exhale, scooping the arm all the way around, lifting all the way up. And then exhale, bring the right hand down onto the floor.
Taking this left hand, shoot that left hand forward, extend it up towards the sky. Exhale, and again, breathing in, coming all the way up. One more time. So just circling into those shoulders, warming those shoulders all the way up right into that joint. Exhale, push back, straighten into that front leg and let the head come down towards the knee. So a little hamstring work here, which will be needed later on. And then from here, breathe in, lift, coming all the way back. Lift that right knee up. Take the right knee out to the side. Then that right arm's going to come all the way over and bring the right hand down, either onto the floor or onto a brick. And then let that left arm come all the way up towards the sky. Stretch it and kind of feel that you're rolling back and slightly opening the chest here. Keeping this shoulder, think about this right shoulder, keeping the right shoulder away from the ear. As we stretch and open into that hand, pull. Almost feel that you're attracting that shoulder down into the main part of your body, your torso. And then from here, exhale, coming all the way down. And then bring both knees down onto the floor. Breathing in, chest and heart comes forward into your cat pose. And then exhale, round all the way through the back. Breathe in, chest and heart comes forward. Now from here, we're going to extend that left leg out behind you. Pull the chest, the same as we did on the other side. Exhale, bring that knee towards the nose, circling it round. And breathe in and push that foot out behind you. Exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest, circle that knee round. And breathe in and pushing that leg all the way out. Exhale, circle that leg, bring that leg forward in between the hands. Breathe in, lift both arms up towards the sky. Drawing those arms up first of all, but keeping the shoulder blades dropping down. So the arms lift, the shoulder blades drop. Dip into that front leg. Bend those elbows so you feel that you've got that cantilever. So the elbows and the shoulder blades kind of draw back towards each other. So you feel this openness into your heart space. Press down into that front foot. Breathing in. Exhale, kind of scoot forward and lift those elbows up here. So you kind of lift the shoulders and you can feel that stretch into the back of the neck. And then breathe in, coming back. And exhale, coming forward. Rounding through. And breathing in and coming all the way back. Keeping those elbows dropping down. Exhale, round it through. Keep those elbows up high so you feel we're working into those shoulders. Breathe in and coming through. From here, we're going to take the right hand onto the right knee. From here, we're going to scoop it round and then kind of like stretch into that front knee a little bit. And then as we come forward, sink into that left hip. And then breathe in, lifting nice big circles, look to the hand. And then again, breathing in, coming through, lifting all the way up. Exhale, bring that left hand down onto the floor, take the right hand forward. Circle with the right hand comes back, but this time we're keeping those hips forward. Lifting, circling through. And then coming forward and circling all the way through. Bring that hand, the hands down. Coming up, we're going to lift, keep the hands down, lift that back knee. Take that left knee out to the side. Bring that left arm, circle that left arm all the way up and over the head. Bring that hand down onto the floor. And then lifting, extending through the right hip, stretching through, roll the ribs up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that right hand all the way down onto the floor. Bring the knees together, just draw those knees together. Pull the chest and the heart forward, lower the chest down, bottom up in the sky, and then exhale, slide through. You can slide the feet away, you can slide the chest down. And just hold it here for a moment. Now when we come into this position, just check in with those ears and where the shoulders are. Are they kind of up close, the shoulders close to the ears? And if they are, think about pulling them all the way down. As you pull down, you kind of start to lift the upper body off the floor. Then from here, we're going to extend the right arm forward. The left arm comes back, the left leg lifts. And then come over as if you're swimming. Left arm comes forward, right arm comes up. Breathe in, come back, right arm comes forward, left leg comes back and up. And then swap it over, right arm comes forward, back, right leg lifts up. And then exhale, come down, rest the head. Bring the head down again, just checking with those shoulders because they might have started to fall towards the ears. Roll the shoulder blades back, lift into a cobra. Exhale, push back onto the hands, onto the knees. Breathe in, bring the chest and the heart forward, tucking those toes under. Push the weight back into your downward facing dog. Spread those hands. Let the head feel nice and loose here. Maybe just opening into the back of the legs, just smoothing, paddling through the feet. Nice and slowly so we get that lovely openness into the shoulders, that openness into the back of the leg. Press down into the hands, pull up through the belly. Be aware of those shoulders. So the shoulders kind of sinking towards the earth. Pull them back towards the hips. Press into the hands to really get that elevation. Bring those right toes slightly closer to the midline. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale from here. We're going to bring the left knee in towards the nose. Keeping in downward facing dog there. And then breathe in, lift the leg up. Exhale, bring that left foot in towards the nose. Left knee. And then breathe in, taking that left leg all the way up. Exhale, bring that left leg in towards the chest. Step forward with that back leg here. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Stabilize through the hips. We're going to breathe in, we're going to lift up. And you can bend that back knee a little bit, bending that right knee a little bit. Lift both arms up towards the sky into our crescent lunge, bending that front knee. Pull that front hip forward, stretching through. Now pull the elbows down like we did before. We're going to exhale, just lift the elbows, kind of curl forward. The fingers start to face down, the elbows lift up. And then breathe in. And then come forward. And elbows back. And breathe in, come forward. Keep those elbows high. Exhale, coming all the way back. Let those hands come down. Take the left hand onto the left knee. Take the right hand down onto the floor. Now from here, kind of dip into that back leg. So we breathe in, we dip that knee. And then straighten that leg as you come through. And then exhale, dip into that knee. And breathe in and coming through. And exhale and dip into that knee. Bring the left hand down onto the floor. Lift the right arm up towards the sky. So the right arm's going to lift up, circling it round. Coming through, circling up through that right arm. Breathe in, circle up through that right arm. Bring the right hand onto the hip. And then straighten into that front leg. Bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Take the hand, right hand onto the hip. Now you can use a block here, just to give yourself a little bit of elevation in Trikonasana. So I'm going to roll into triangle pose. So from here, we're going to take the right arm up towards the sky, lifting, look up towards that right hand. Keep the ribs nice and long here, not too wide or you might fall over. Lifting and lengthening. Turn the head to look up towards that top hand. Now we're going to take this right hand, we're going to take the right hand behind the head, but the elbow isn't coming up towards the sky, the elbow is coming forward. So it's kind of continuing that line from the hip. Roll the ribs up, so you're still rolling the ribs, press into that back foot. And hold it here just for a moment. And then exhale, release that right arm back up into triangle. Bring that right hand down onto the floor. And turning the feet round all the way through to the center. Come through onto that left foot, right leg forward. And then from here, exhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky. Stretch that right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose. Breathe in, push up into that right leg. Exhale, knee in towards the nose. And breathe in, lifting that right leg up. Exhale, bring that right foot forward in between the hands. Place that right foot forward in between the hands, dropping into those hips. Breathe in, stabilize as you come up into your crescent lunge. Draw the arms all the way back. Exhale, bend those elbows. Pull the shoulder blades back. So you feel this really big stretch into this left thigh here. From here, we're going to exhale, just scooping forward a little bit, lift those elbows, and then breathe in, draw the elbows down the back. And again, exhale, round through. And breathe in, and bring the elbows down. And exhale, coming all the way through, let that left hand come down onto the floor. Circle this right arm, so kind of like drop into, as we come around, drop. And then lift the left hip. And then drop the left hip. And lift the left hip. Exhale, drop the left hip. Bring that right hand down onto the floor. From here, we're going to circle that left arm. So take the left arm up and over. And again, up and over. And breathe in and up and all the way over. Now take the left hand onto the left hip. You might need to just adjust and bring the feet in a little bit and maybe have a little block underneath the right hand. Take the left hand onto the hip. Roll the left shoulder up. Take the left arm up into your triangle pose. Really opening through that chest here. Now be aware of this left shoulder as you lift up. Try not to have it near the ear. Pull it away from the ears. A little bit of kind of depression there. Pull that left shoulder blade down the back. Press into that right hand. From here, we're going to take the hand behind the head and just taking that elbow so it comes forward. My back's really clunking away this morning. click, 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 click. And then exhale, let that left hand come all the way down towards the earth. Walking those hands all the way around to that left foot. Push back into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Bring the knees down onto the floor. Pull the chest forward so the shoulder blades really drop kind of towards your waistband. And then let the chest lower down towards the earth. Then the bottom comes down. Slide the feet away. Roll those shoulders down the back. Just make sure you feel comfortable here, pressing into that tailbone. And then from here, we're going to breathe in. We're going to lift the right arm up, left leg up, and the arms swap over. So the right arm comes back and the right leg lifts and the left arm comes forward. So you're doing your swimming here. And exhale. And then come back to the center. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulder blades all the way down the back. Press the tailbone down into the air, lifting the chest up, and then exhale and sitting all the way back on the heels. Slide the hands back towards the knee, rolling all the way up through your body. Think about these little creases here in the hips and really feel that you're elevating yourself up and out. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And then from here, we're going to breathe in, come up on to the knees. Drop down through that tailbone, lift those shoulders, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Just taking the hands into the lower back here. We're going to tuck the toes under, take the hands into the lower back. And then from here, we're going to just lift and open the chest. Draw the elbows towards each other. Think about that tailbone dropping down so the hips slightly come forward and we elevate through. So we're not just leaning back into it. We're really lifting, lengthening and elevating. So we feel that the extension, we're not dumping into this lower back, this lumbar region. From here, we're going to release the right arm. Sweep the right arm all the way up and over. Bring that left arm to follow it and let that left arm come back. Looking over that right shoulder. Resting the right hand on the right knee or a block if possible. And the left arm up so like a half through, or keeping the hand in the lower back. And then breathe in and lifting all the way up. Bring both hands up. Exhale, let the left hand drop. Now, if you don't want to take the hand to the foot, just take the hand into the hip and then taking the arm over. That's fine to do that. That's just as good to do that. We're getting that extension through the body. And then breathe in and coming through. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Look up to the hands, bring the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Lift through the body, just keeping the hands on the heart center so we don't go back too far. And the hips and the heart come forward. And we just look. You don't have to look back actually, you can look down to your fingers still. And then exhale, come through. Let the hips drop all the way down onto the heels. Lengthen through the spine, roll the shoulders and slide the hands along the knees. Let those hands come forward just a little way beyond your knees. And then press out a little bit so you feel that kind of roundness into the back. Breathe in, chest and heart comes forward. Bring that chest and heart forward here. Exhale, round all the way through the back. Letting the nose come to the belly. Breathe in, chest and heart comes forward. And exhale, round through. And this time, sit all the way back on the heels. Let the head just rest down here for a moment. And just feel those shoulders so they're not crunching up by the ears, they're pulling away down the waist. As we breathe in, we kind of lengthen those ribs along the thighs. And then from here, just bringing those hands back, taking those knees wide, lift the hip, and then drop down into the bottom. Extend those legs out in front of you. So we come into Dandasana, seated position. Just walk forward a little bit so the hips are on the floor. Press into the feet, lift the chest and the heart, pull up through the navel. Breathe in, lifting those arms all the way up towards the sky. Stretch into those fingers. Exhale, let those hands come down. Take those hands into those creases. And then from here, exhale. But as we exhale, keep those Shoulders away from the ears. So just check, are they up by the ears? If they are, pull them down. And just allowing yourself just to fold forward into our Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Take those hands, extend those arms out, and just easing down. Doesn't matter how far you come down. You might be right the way up, but we're looking to keep that chest and heart coming forward and the shoulder blades drawing down the back as we fold forward. And then from here, breathe in, lifting up. Take the hands round behind you, fingers facing towards the bottom. Bend those knees and just bring the feet onto the floor so you feel yourself balanced. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and lift the chest and belly towards the thighs. So we're just lifting and lengthening. Now extend, slide those feet along your mat and just draw the chest and the heart a little bit further forward. So really open up into the chest and the heart. You can look up or you can look down. Just see what feels best for your neck and your throat. And then from here, bend those knees again, lifting the chest, taking the knees over to the right hand side, look over to the left hand side. Come back to the center, take the knees over to the left, look over to the right. And breathe in and coming back to the center. Sitting nice and tall with the legs crossed. So you can either sit in Sukhasana, which where the ankles are crossed, or you can sit in Siddhasana, where the heels are into the groin. So lifting through the body, lift both arms up towards the sky, stretch up into those arms, pull the shoulder blades down the back. From here, we're going to take the right hand down onto the floor and just lifting. And as we turn the head, just allow that right ear to drop down towards the left shoulder, whichever side you're doing. And then breathe in, let that arm come down. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Bring the other arm down and just easing, stretching over, keeping that shoulder dropping. And just think about that energy and that maybe we would talk about water pouring out of the ear and over the shoulder, or nectar. Just releasing those shoulders and breathe in, lift both arms up towards the sky. Bring the palms together, bring the thumbs into the heart. Look down towards the fingers. Just feeling the breath here. Taking hands, just rolling down onto your back. And just circling those knees in one direction. And then circling them back in the opposite direction. Bring the feet onto the floor. Just adjust yourself here on the earth. Extend those legs out. Turn the palms up towards the sky. Lift the chest, let the arms soften. And just feel the body sinking down into the mat. As we breathe, just really notice how open your chest and your heart space is. Bring back your Sankalpa, your intention. And just repeating that to yourself just 3 times, as if it's in this present moment. And then just taking a moment here just to be still. To let go. Feel your body surrendering down here on the earth. And feel your chest and your heart opening. Bring some movement to your body, to your fingers, to your toes. Bring the knees in towards the chest. And just lifting the head up towards the knees, just curling up. Release the head down, roll over onto the right hand side, just curling up into a little fetal position. Draw the knees up, the head down. And then just very slowly and in your own time, just rolling up into a seated position. Take your time as you're coming up. Keeping the body nice and long. Think about those shoulders. Roll those shoulders down the back. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Draw those arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands over your eyes and seal your practice in this morning. Look down towards the heart. Bring the thumbs into Anjali Mudra. Think about those shoulders. Drop them all the way down the back. And then breathe in and lift in the head. And thank you very much for your practice this morning. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a lovely day. Om Shanti.